You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee. I've had, I can't tell you how many cups of coffee in my life, and this is one of the best.
Premiering on April 8th, 1990, Twin Peaks followed FBI Special Agent Dale Cooper as he investigated the murder of homecoming Queen Laura Palmer in a fictional Pacific Northwest logging town, building one of the strangest, most influential shows in television history. Created by David Lynch and Mark Frost, the series ran 2 seasons and 30 episodes before cancellation. So where did they all end up? Michael Ontkean plays Sheriff Harry S. Truman, the steady, principled local lawman whose partnership with Cooper anchors the investigation, providing a grounded counterweight to the agent's stranger instincts. Ontkean appeared throughout the original series and its companion film before declining to return for the 2017 revival. Michael Ontkean was born January 24, 1946, in Vancouver, British Columbia, to 2 actor parents and earned a hockey scholarship to the University of New Hampshire. He broke through on The Rookies in the early 1970s, played hockey player Ned Braden opposite Paul Newman in Slapshot in 1977, and starred in 1982's Making Love as a married man coming to terms with his homosexuality, a risky role for the era after 5 other actors had turned it down. After Twin Peaks, Michael Ontkean continued working steadily, including a role in 2011's The Descendants. In 2015, he dropped out of the Twin Peaks revival for reasons never publicly explained. Robert Forster was cast as Truman's brother instead. Ontkean has been retired from acting for over a decade and lives quietly in Hawaii. He is 80 years old as of May 2026. Sherilyn Fenn plays Audrey Horne, the wealthy, manipulative, and ultimately sympathetic teenage daughter of the town's most powerful businessman, whose unrequited infatuation with Agent Cooper made her one of the show's most popular characters. Fenn's cherry stem scene became one of television's most referenced moments, and she earned Emmy and Golden Globe nominations for the role. Sherilyn Fenn was born Cheryl Ann Fenn on February 1st, 1965, in Detroit, Michigan, into a family of musicians. Her aunt is rock singer Susie Quattro. She studied at the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute and was engaged to Johnny Depp for 3 years before Twin Peaks made her a sex symbol. She married musician Toulouse Holliday in 1994. They divorced in 1997 and have a son, Miles. After Twin Peaks, Sherilyn Fenn continued working steadily, with notable roles in Of Mice and Men opposite Gary Sinise and John Malkovich, the sitcom Rude Awakening from 1998 to 2001, and Shameless in 2016. She reprised Audrey Horne for the 2017 revival in what the production billed as a major presence, and appeared in Shining Vale in 2022. She continues to make fan convention appearances. She is 61 years old as of May 2026. Kyle MacLachlan plays Special Agent Dale Cooper, the endlessly curious, coffee-obsessed FBI agent whose investigation gives the show its structure, even as Cooper's intuition pulls the story somewhere far stranger than procedure. MacLachlan appeared in all 30 episodes and anchored the 2017 revival. Kyle MacLachlan was born Kyle Merritt MacLachlan on February 22, 1959, in Yakima, Washington, and graduated from the University of Washington in 1982. David Lynch cast him in Dune in 1984, beginning a collaboration that defined both their careers. He married publicist Desiree Gruber in 2002. They have a son, Callum. After Twin Peaks, Kyle MacLachlan built a long career, including recurring roles as Trey McDougal on Sex and the City and Orson Hodge on Desperate Housewives, and currently stars in Amazon's Fallout. When David Lynch died in January 2025, MacLachlan wrote a public tribute, quoting Cooper's own line back to his friend. "I have no idea where this will lead us, but I have a definite feeling it will be a place both wonderful and strange." He co-owns the winery Pursued by Bear. He is 67 years old as of May 2026. Mädchen Amick plays Shelley Johnson, the young diner waitress trapped in an abusive marriage to Leo Johnson, whose resilience and quiet courage made her one of the show's more grounded emotional threads. Amick appeared in all 30 episodes. Mädchen Amick was born Mädchen Elena Amick on December 12, 1970, in Sparks, Nevada, and moved to Los Angeles at 16 to model and act. She married David Alexis in 1992. They have 2 children. She has been open about her advocacy for mental health awareness following her daughter's bipolar disorder diagnosis. After Twin Peaks, Mädchen Amick built one of the more durable careers in the cast, with recurring roles on ER, Gilmore Girls, Witches of East End, and a 6-year run as Alice Cooper on Riverdale from 2017 to 2023. She reprised Shelley Johnson for the 2017 revival and continues directing television episodes. She serves on SAG-AFTRA's 2025 to 2027 National Board. She is 55 years old as of May 2026. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We release new videos every week. Dana Ashbrook plays Bobby Briggs, Laura Palmer's volatile, often unlikable boyfriend, whose arc moves him from petty drug dealer to something approaching redemption, especially in his relationship with his father, Major Briggs. Ashbrook appeared in all 30 episodes. Dana Ashbrook was born May 24, 1967, in San Diego, California, to a theater director father and teacher mother. His sisters Daphne and Taylor are also actors. He broke through with horror films including Return of the Living Dead Part 2 before landing Bobby Briggs at 22. He married actress Kate Rogel in 2015. After Twin Peaks, Dana Ashbrook worked steadily in television and independent film, including a recurring role on Dawson's Creek from 2002 to 2003 and the series Crash in 2009. He reprised Bobby Briggs for the 2017 revival, in which the character's arc, now a police officer caring for his and Shelley's troubled daughter, was widely praised as one of the season's most emotionally satisfying. He continues to work in independent film. He is 58 years old as of May 2026. Richard Beymer plays Benjamin Horn, the town's wealthiest and most morally compromised resident, a hotel and casino owner whose schemes and breakdown provide much of the show's dark comedy. Beymer had been a major 1960s film star decades before Lynch reintroduced him to a new generation. Richard Beymer was born George Richard Beymer Jr. on February 20th, 1938 in Avoca, Iowa, and became a movie star at 23 playing Tony in 1961's West Side Story, a performance he later said he despised. In 1961, he began a relationship with a then unknown extra named Sharon Tate, becoming engaged to her for a year before she was murdered by the Manson family in 1969. In 1964, Beymer left Hollywood to volunteer in Mississippi's Freedom Summer, directing an award-winning documentary about it. After Twin Peaks gave him an unexpected comeback, Richard Beymer continued sporadic acting, including a recurring role on Star Trek Deep Space Nine, while devoting most of his time to documentaries and visual art. He reprised Ben Horn for the 2017 revival, his most recent credit. He lives in Fairfield, Iowa, practicing transcendental meditation. He turned 88 on February 20th, 2026. Lara Flynn Boyle plays Donna Hayward, Laura's best friend, whose grief-driven investigation and complicated entanglements with both James and Bobby make her one of the show's most central characters. Boyle was 20 when David Lynch cast her. Lara Flynn Boyle was born March 24, 1970, in Davenport, Iowa, and raised by her single mother in Chicago after her father left when she was 6. She discovered acting through the Piven Theater Workshop, declined to return for Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, and married Donald Ray Thomas in 2006 after an earlier marriage to John Patrick D. III from 1996 to 1998. After Twin Peaks, Lara Flynn Boyle built a substantial career, including roles in Wayne's World and Men in Black 2, and a 6-year run as Assistant District Attorney Helen Gamble on ABC's The Practice from 1997 to 2003, which earned her a Primetime Emmy nomination. She has worked more sporadically in recent years. She is 56 years old as of May 2026. Warren Frost plays Dr. Will Hayward, the town's kindly physician, among the first to discover Laura Palmer's body, whose household sits at the emotional center of the show. Frost was cast at 63 in what was effectively a second career by his own son. Warren Frost was born June 5th, 1925 in Newburyport, Massachusetts, and served aboard a destroyer escort during the Normandy landings before earning an English degree at Middlebury College on the GY Bill. He spent decades as a theater director and teacher in Minnesota before his son, Mark, who co-created Twin Peaks with Lynch, cast him as Doc Hayward. He later played a recurring role on Seinfeld as Susan Ross's father and on Matlock. His grandson, Lucas Giolito, became a major league pitcher who reportedly used the Seinfeld theme as his warm-up music. Warren Frost retired to Middlebury, Vermont in 2000, continuing to perform one-man stage shows. He came out of retirement to film scenes for the 2017 Twin Peaks revival, but died at his Vermont home on February 17, 2017, after a lengthy illness, 3 months before the revival premiered. He was 91. His footage appeared in the finished season. His son Mark wrote, "From the Normandy shores on D-Day to his 50-year career, he remained the same humble guy from Vermont." Peggy Lipton plays Norma Jennings, the owner of the Double R Diner, whose unresolved romance with married mechanic Ed Hurley spans both the original series and its 2017 revival. Lipton had already been a major star decades earlier as part of one of television's first racially integrated ensemble casts. Peggy Lipton was born Margaret Ann Lipton on August 30th, 1946 in New York City, and became a teen model before landing Julie Barnes on the Mod Squad in 1968, winning a Golden Globe and earning 4 Emmy nominations. She married Quincy Jones in 1974, taking a 15-year hiatus to raise daughters Kadada and Rashida Jones, divorcing him in 1989 and returning to acting. After Twin Peaks, Peggy Lipton continued working in recurring roles, including Alias and Crash, and appeared on daughter Rashida's show Angie Tribeca in 2017. That same year, she reprised Norma Jennings for The Revival, in which Ed and Norma's romance finally resolved. Lipton was diagnosed with colon cancer in 2004. She died in Los Angeles on May 11, 2019, with her daughters by her side. She was 72. James Marshall plays James Hurley, Laura Palmer's secret biker boyfriend, whose grief and brooding presence give the show one of its more straightforwardly romantic threads. Marshall was a virtual unknown when cast. James Marshall was born James David Greenblatt on January 2, 1967, in Queens, New York, and was working a pizza delivery job when David Lynch cast him as James Hurley. He appeared as a Marine on trial in A Few Good Men, and starred in the boxing drama Gladiator, both in 1992. He married actress Renee Griffin in 1998. They have a son. After Twin Peaks, James Marshall continued working in independent film and television, including the post-apocalyptic series The Pact in 2022, and reprised James Hurley for the 2017 revival. His career has slowed in recent years, with no confirmed credits since 2022. He is 59 years old as of May 2026. Everett McGill plays Big Ed Hurley, the kindly gas station owner trapped in a marriage to the volatile Nadine while quietly carrying a lifelong love for Norma Jennings, a slow-burning romance that finally resolves in the revival. McGill had already been a recognizable face from a very different kind of role. Everett McGill was born Charles Everett McGill III on October 21, 1945, in Miami Beach, Florida, and led a Kansas City dance band before becoming a Broadway actor with over 1,300 performances. He broke through playing the caveman lead in 1981's Oscar-winning Quest for Fire, then worked with Lynch on Dune in 1984. He has kept his personal life almost entirely private. Everett McGill retired from acting in 1999 after working with Lynch one final time on The Straight Story, relocating to Sedona, Arizona, and largely disappearing from public life. In 2017, Lynch personally tracked him down to ask him to reprise Big Ed Hurley for the revival, a request McGill agreed to as a favor to his old collaborator. The appearance gave Ed and Norma's decades-long romance its resolution and marked McGill's only project in 18 years. He has not acted since. He is 80 years old as of May 2026. Jack Nance plays Pete Martell, the henpecked, fish-obsessed sawmill worker married to Catherine Martell, best remembered for uttering the line that opens the entire series, "She's dead, wrapped in plastic." Nance was David Lynch's most frequent and longest-running collaborator, having starred in Lynch's directorial debut years before Twin Peaks existed. Jack Nance was born Marvin John Nance on December 21, 1943, in Boston, Massachusetts, and raised in Dallas, Texas. David Lynch cast him as the lead of Eraserhead in 1977, a project that took 5 years to complete and became a cult phenomenon. Nance struggled with alcoholism for much of his adult life, achieving sobriety in 1986 with Dennis Hopper's help. He married actress Catherine E. Coulson, later famous as the Log Lady, in 1968. They divorced in 1976. His second wife, Kelly Jean Van Dyke, died by suicide in 1991, while he was filming, a loss that contributed to a relapse 2 years later. Jack Nance appeared throughout Twin Peaks as Pete Martell and filmed additional scenes for Firewalk with Me, though they were cut. On December 30th, 1996, Nance died in South Pasadena, California, of a subdural hematoma after telling friends he had been in an altercation outside a donut shop 2 days earlier. Police could not corroborate the account. He was 53. In 2017, archival footage of Nance's Pete Martell appeared in the revival's Part 17, dedicated to his memory. Cheryl Lee plays Laura Palmer and Maddie Ferguson, the homecoming queen whose murder launches the series, seen primarily in flashback and dream sequence, and her visiting cousin, who bears an unsettling resemblance to her. Lee was a local Seattle stage actress hired in her own telling, essentially, to play a dead girl, until Lynch realized during filming that she could do far more than that. Cheryl Lee was born April 22nd, 1967, in Germany, and raised in Boulder, Colorado, where a dance career ended with knee injuries before she turned to acting. After a single picnic scene convinced Lynch of her range, he wrote her a second role. She went on to reprise Laura Palmer in Firewalk with Me, earning Independent Spirit and Saturn Award nominations despite the film's poor initial reception. After Twin Peaks, Cheryl Lee built a steady character actor career, including the Beatles biopic Backbeat, recurring roles on One Tree Hill and Dirty Sexy Money, and a supporting turn in 2010's Best Picture winning Winter's Bone. In 2017, she returned for the revival as both Laura Palmer and a new character, Carrie Page. She continues acting steadily in independent film. She is 59 years old as of May 2026. Ray Wise plays Leland Palmer, Laura's father, whose grief over his daughter's murder gradually reveals itself to be something far darker and stranger in one of the show's most acclaimed performances. Wise has said the role's emotional range exceeded anything he expected from the pilot script. Ray Wise was born Raymond Herbert Wise on August 20th, 1947 in Akron, Ohio, and spent 6 years and nearly 950 episodes on the soap opera Love of Life before winning an Obie Award for Sam Shepard's The Tooth of Crime in 1983. His film career included Swamp Thing and RoboCop. After Twin Peaks, Ray Wise built one of the busiest careers in the cast, playing the devil on The CW's Reaper, Vice President Hal Gardner on 24, and a recurring role on Fresh Off the Boat, winning a Daytime Emmy in 2015 for The Young and the Restless. He briefly reprised Leland Palmer in the 2017 revival's finale. In 2025, he toured with Twin Peaks, A Conversation with the Stars, paying tribute to David Lynch following his death that January. He is 78 years old as of May 2026. Thanks for sticking around until the end. If you want more videos like this one, subscribe. We post new videos every week.